Hi children, today we'll discuss about Lewis theory. So to overcome the limitations of Arrhenius and Bronsted theories, Lewis proposed a theory which is more generalized theory of in acid bases theories, and it is widely accepted because of its simplicity. So Lewis proposed his theory based on the electron pair donation and acceptance. So based on that electron pair donation and acceptance, he explained about acid and base behavior of the substances. So now we'll see the Lewis acid. The substance which can accept a lone pair and forms a coordinate covalent bond with donor is called as a Lewis acid. So here first of all you have to know what is coordinate covalent bond. So you know already covalent bond. So covalent bond means the bond which is formed by sharing of electrons. Here, for example, you can take atom A. It is having one electron. And you can take another atom B. It is also having one electron. If the two atoms shares the two electrons mutually and forms a bond, that is covalent bond. Here, A thinks that the two electrons are mine only, and B also thinks that the two electrons are mine only. So this is covalent bond. So now in coordination covalent bond, only one atom donates two electrons. Here for example, A having two electrons and B have empty orbital. Here A donates the two electrons to B and forms a coordinate covalent bond. Here the two electrons are shared by two atoms mutually. This is coordination covalent bond. Here B acting as a Lewis acid because it is accepting lone pair, and A is acting as a Lewis base because it is donating lone pair to the B. So next we'll see the types of Lewis acids. So majorly you have a 5 types of Lewis acids here. First one is all cations. So cation means electron deficient compounds. So for example, Ag plus CO plus 2, Cu plus 2, Fe plus 3. So these are electron deficient compounds. So obviously these can accept a electron pair because these are already electron deficient compounds. So that's why all cations are acting as a Lewis acids. So next one is the compounds in which the central atom having incomplete octet and possessing a empty orbital. So here for example BCl3, AlCl3, so etc. So here if you observe BCl3, around boron you have a 3 chlorines and 3 bonds, and each bond having 2 electrons. So around boron you have a 6 electrons. So it is less than octet, and the hybridization is sp2. And here also you have one p orbital empty in boron. So to get octet, to get stability, so boron wants 2 more electrons. So that's why these can accept a electron pair. So that's why BCl3 is acting as a Lewis acid. So like AlCl3 also act as a Lewis acid. So next we'll see the compounds which is having empty d orbital, and to extend its octet also acting as a Lewis acid. So for example, if you see here SiF4, SnCl4, SF4. So such type of compounds are already having octet configuration, but to expand its octet it can accept a lone pair because these elements are having empty d orbitals. So in that empty d orbital it can accept a electron pair. That's why these are also acting as a Lewis acids. And next, the molecules which are having multiple bonds and with dissimilar electronegativities. So here for example if you take CO2, SO2, NO2. So these molecules are having with multiple bonds, and those are dissimilar electronegativity atoms. So due to these dissimilar electronegativities, so on central atom there is a development of positive charge. So because of that positive charge, these molecules also acting as a Lewis acids. So next fifth one, the elements with an sextet electronic configuration. So here example sulfur and oxygen. So these sulfur and oxygen elements are having 6 electrons in its electron configuration. So to get stability, so it need 2 more electrons. So that's why these elements also acting as a Lewis acids. So next we'll see that types of Lewis bases. Lewis bases are divided into 3 types. So first one, all anions. So like Cl minus, OH minus, like that. So anion means electron excess compounds. So those are electron excess compounds. So obviously there is a chance to donation of electrons. So if the elements donates electron pairs, that acting as a Lewis bases. So all anions are Lewis bases. Next second one is the molecules with one or more lone pair of electrons on central atom. So for example, if you take H2O, NH3, ROH. So in H2O, oxygen having 2 lone pair of electrons on oxygen atom. In NH3, nitrogen having 1 lone pair of electron on nitrogen atom. So these lone pairs can donate to some other compounds which are needed. So here these are acting as a Lewis bases because these are donating lone pair to the other substances. And next third one is molecule with multiple bonds. So like C2H4 or C2H2. Here in C2H4 you have a one double bond. So in that double bond, one is sigma bond, one is pi bond. So this molecule can donate that pi electrons to other substance. So that's why this is also acting as a Lewis base. So next we'll see the neutralization. So this Lewis neutralization is described as the formation of coordinate covalent bond. So for example, if you take this reaction, here on ammonia you have a one lone pair of electron. In BF3 you have a one empty orbital. So in ammonia that nitrogen donates the lone pairs to BF3. So here this ammonia is acting as a Lewis base because it is donating lone pair. And this BF3 is acting as a Lewis acid because it is accepting lone pair. And the forming product is called Lewis adduct. So actually this is a neutralization process. So in this neutralization there is a formation of coordinate covalent bond between nitrogen and boron. And this is the neutralization of Lewis. So next we'll see the limitations of Lewis theory. And the first limitation and the major defect of this theory is, so it does not explain about the acidic and basic strength of the molecules. So according to this theory you can say which is acid and which is base, but you cannot say which is stronger and which is weaker. So it does not tell about the strength of the acid and basic nature of the substance. And the second one is, so acids like HCl and H2SO4 react with such as bases NaOH and KOH, and in this reaction there is no formation of dative bond or coordinate covalent bond, but this is a neutralization reaction. So the next one is, generally that acid base neutralization process is instantaneous process, but some of the Lewis acid base reactions are very slow. And the fourth one is, all acid base neutralization reactions are not forming coordinate covalent bonds. So next we will see that types of solvents. On the basis of proton interaction, solvents are divided into 4 categories. First one is protophilic solvents. The substance which can accept a proton is protophilic. So for example H2O and alcohol. So these substances can accept a proton. And the second one is protogenic solvent. The solvent which have tendency to produce a proton is protogenic solvent. So here that example is water, liquid hydrogen chloride, so like that solvents. And the next one is amphiprotic or amphoteric solvents. So the solvents which can act as a protogenic and protophilic Such type of solvents are amphoteric solvents. So here like this one solvent is H2O. So H2O can act as a protogenic and protophilic. So the last fourth one is aprotic solvent. So the solvent which cannot act as a protophilic and protogenic, such type of solvents are aprotic solvents. So like for example benzene, carbon disulfide. So these solvents cannot produce a proton and cannot accept a proton. So these are the solvents. Thank you.